Your spouse will always get on your nerves. Yeah, there's nobody on this planet that will get on your nerves like your spouse. That is from experience. You feel 1 minute you feel like you want to take away their oxygen, and the next minute you just look at them. You see the way they're so sweet, and you see the way they're so innocent. You say, I just feel. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. How are you, wherever you're watching us from? You're welcome to our show. We are the Odhiambos and we are all about family. So today I want to talk about a very contentious subject. We want to talk a very contentious topic. I want to talk about forgiveness. Yeah, forgiveness in marriage. Somebody once joked and said, whoever does not or whoever cannot forgive should forget about marriage, because marriage is the headquarters of forgiveness. Marriage is the headquarter of
forgiveness.
Yes, right. Marriage is the headquarter of forgiveness. So if you cannot forgive, forget about marriage. Yeah. Can we be able to quantify this statement?
Yes, we have different types of forgiveness. We have the natural forgiveness, that is the godly one, the divine one. We have self-forgiveness because you have to forgive yourself. We have social one, Also, you also have you have to forgive yourself also. So which kind of forgiveness are you talking about? Because really, in marriage, you have to actually forgive yourself first. You have to forgive yourself because you will beat yourself so many times.
Forgive yourself for what?
You will beat yourself so many times for forgiving you. Why did I let him just go like that? Why did I let him just? Why did he do this? So you have to forgive yourself for doing some things. Now, and you also check the part of it. Now, if I don't forgive, what the Bible makes it very clear: forgive 77. The Bible talk about
7.
Yeah. So there's also the spiritual aspect of it when you forgive. Yeah. Also you must also be willing. You don't just forgive, you must also be willing. So the willing part of it, that is the being broken. Because something has to be broken in you for you to be able to forgive. Now, and that is the part I say that when something is broken in you, you want to beat yourself. So yeah, so you have to forgive yourself also, for you to be able to release this forgiveness. You cannot give what you don't have, so you can only give what you have to forgive yourself for you to be able to release it. Like you cannot offer love if you don't have love. No, you have to love yourself first, very, very much, for you to be able to express that love to the same person. So you also have to forgive yourself, for you to be able to give it out. Yeah. So in marriage, there's a lot, how many things that
have you forgiven me today?
I don't know if I've forgiven you anyway, but I've forgiven you
today.
Yes, I've forgiven you.
That's nice.
Yes.
Yeah. This is I think this statement is very true. In a sense that somehow, I don't know, I can't explain it, but your spouse will always get on your nerves. Yeah, there's nobody on this planet that will get on your nerves like your spouse. That is from experience. You feel 1 minute you feel like you want to take away their oxygen, and the next minute you just look at them. You see the way they're so sweet, and you see the way they're so innocent. You say, I just forgive you, and you let it go. Like she said, you have to really be willing to do it, because if you can't do it, then forget it. You can't say I've forgiven you, but internally you are still grumbling. You say, you did this and you did that. No, once you forgive, you let it go and it's gone. Yeah, so that is what you call forgiveness.
Yeah, but another thing, you can also it's difficult, you know, when you say forgiveness, when you say forgiveness, you know, there's some people you take time to forgive, like, you know, you need time, you know, depending of what and who they are, you know, maybe they're not closer to you, you take time, but this is a person next to you, maybe hurt you deeply, you know.
Now when you talk about time, is now you're talking of the process of how to do it.
The process how to do it now. But now remember, this is a third party outside, but now this is where what the Bible talked about, two shall become one. Now this is one. You know, it's you that is actually hurting, you know, because you guys already won, you know. So you try to imagine this man has just made me so furious. I give example. I said to the supermarket, I said, Daddy, bring this thing from the supermarket. I'm already preparing. I'm just waiting for you to bring that thing here. And suddenly you don't even bring it. You bring something else, something that we've never even used, the sister to that thing. You know, I'm furious, you know, I'm furious. Or you just do something, you know, there are tiny things that will just make me explode. And of course I will get into your nerves, but there's nothing you can do. But then you realize that when you're fighting, or when the fight is going on between your couple, that is when the enemy plays a part. You know, the bed is so big. Somebody will sleep at the corner, somebody will sleep at the corner. And if you don't take care, that gap continuously, you know, expands, and it becomes kind of very, very normal.
And why do we do it? Why do we do it?
Ask yourself why you do it, you know. So it comes, so, and you realize that it's either one person that will always come and say I'm sorry, or the other one will also, you know. So it's very much important that you realize that the love is flowing when there's forgiveness. After you talk and you clear it, no, this place I didn't like it, this and this. I think we're learning that, and also it has taken us also time to learn that, because many things become standstill if we don't forgive. You understand? So because this is the same person that in the whole world you love, and this is the person you don't want again to forgive. So it's a process, it's a process. But if you learn, it's difficult actually to even say with your mouth, but if you just take that courage, there's some energy that comes in, you know, when you just say, my dear, I'm sorry. But also check the mood. You know, every one of us, we know our partners. You know, if you're married, if you're newly married, you know, you need to learn your partner. But that's why in one of our posts we say, take your time. You know, the first, second, and third year, it's your time actually with your spouse. You know, learn the person deeply. Oh, what's the temperament of my partner? You know, how do this my partner? Does she or he react this way when angered or something like that? So all these things will be hidden within these 3 years.
And you're living within,
within the
confined within 4 walls.
but still it can be still hidden. If somebody's staying with you people, because you'll always try to strain yourself. You understand? The person who loves you will allow you to see the harsh part of the person, you know. So the whole thing is not about sex. It's not about let me say calling you or doing all these things. It's the reality on the ground. The reality on the ground. So at the end of the day, you need that time to learn your partner. Now, like my husband know that when I'm annoyed, he gives me my space. I will not. I'm one person. If I'm totally annoyed or hungry, I will not. I will go numb. I will not speak at all. And if you force me to speak, it's not going to go well, you know. So he has learned to give me that space. And if he give me also that space for a long time, it's also not good for him.
It becomes a problem.
It becomes a problem. So he has to learn when and how, you know. And this takes time, because me, when I'm annoyed, I go numb. But if it is something that need to be handled, I will definitely speak everything out the way you need to hear it. You know, I will speak it out. And of course, it will be coming so hard. That means I'm not annoyed. But if I am annoyed, you will not even hear my mouth.
Have you seen me annoyed?
Yes, I've seen you annoyed so many times. Yes, but you keep quiet. And if your annoyance becomes with aggressiveness, so which is not really healthy.
Yes, as she said, we need to learn our partners. We need to learn how they tick, how they really tick, because without that, you will not be able to forgive. Because once you learn that, then you will know you know your boundaries. You know, if I do this, I'll hurt my partner's feelings, or if I do this, there chances are that my partner will not like it. And if you can avoid such scenarios, why then go ahead and do it. But in some instances, there are some cases that things happen and not under your control, and your partner gets mad at you, and if they don't forgive you, as for you, it's not something a big deal, but for them, they take it a big deal. That's why we say you have to really learn your partner, and it takes time to find out such tiny details. And that's where forgiveness come in. If your partner does not know that they've wronged you, you will keep that thing to yourself, and it will keep on chewing you, keep on biting you, and unforgiveness may end up even to sickness. You see people start getting depressed for no apparent reason. They start getting sick, they start getting ulcers. You wonder, where am I getting ulcers? I'm eating normally, I'm doing my things normally. You find when they are together, they don't talk, they don't do things together. But as soon as the person leaves the house, oh, they're very jovial. They meet people outside there. They do a lot of stuff. Yeah, those are some of the signs that you're still holding something in your heart against your partner. So, yeah, I'll concur with this person who say that marriage is the headquarters of forgiveness, because you have to forgive every day, every second, because less than that does not exist.
Yeah, and the unforgiveness can also cause divorce, and separation. You know, and because it also depends what was done, and if your partner is not so sensitive, to clear the matter, it might end up tearing, of course, stress, leading to depression, and leading to the withdrawal, and then another thing comes in, no intimacy involved, and then you find bitterness starts creeping in, and it gives birth. It's like giving birth to something. I remember some years back when I was totally hurt, and I remember it was not good for both of us. It was not you, but of course you are involved, and it was out of your control, of course. So, but you knew about it, so I wasn't aware what was happening. So I felt I was totally hurt. So when we came back home, I couldn't even afford to look at you. We couldn't even sit in one room, even in the sitting room. We could not sit together because I was so furious. I was so furious that day 1, day 2, and it took like 3 weeks. This is the first time that now this is the first time that I think let me say my whole life I've ever been so bitter and so annoyed to that brim. So you realize that the first day we could not even talk. Leave alone, it was so bad that we couldn't even talk. Now we cannot sit in the same room. One of us has to leave. Now we cannot meet even in the corridor. One of us has to leave.
The Nigerians say doing shakara.
Yes. No, it was that bad. And then it ended up we're not sleeping in the same bedroom. And it went like that for 3 weeks.
Actually,
now, so you could not reach out to me. I didn't even want to. You see, I didn't want, you wanted to come and we square the matter, but you never knew the intensity of how hard I am on how to approach me. So it was like I was no-go zone. So it ended up becoming now aggression, and now the depression started stepping in small, and then the bitterness started building up. Because there was nothing else that was running through my mind apart from just being bitter, and not wanting to see you at all. Now, so you can try to figure out the situation. If it could have, it was already 3 weeks. And remember, I'm not going to the kitchen. It was like giving birth to something else. It was giving birth to like now strike in the at home. Now, then we had no children, right? Yes. So I was not
way at the beginning.
Way at the beginning. So I did go to the kitchen. Me, I was locking myself in the room. You are locking yourself in the room because we cannot meet. You don't know how I am, and it started chewing you. It started chewing me at the same time, but it was not chewing me because of you were being chewed, yeah, because that matter was not solved. Yeah. So it ended up giving birth to different things, yeah. And until the day that you set yourself that I will talk to you whether you don't want to talk to me. Yeah. So when we sat down and now started talking, that is what solved the matter.
And that brings me to the point that for you to forgive, you have to be intentional about it. That's the first condition. If you're not intentional about it, then you'll never let go of the issue that really triggered you in the first place. Yeah, and being intentional is the hardest part.
Yes.
Knowing that you have to forgive and you are the one who has been wronged. Yeah, that is the hardest part. That is the essence of the whole thing. Sometimes you find that, especially in marriage, maybe the person that has wronged you or your partner does not see it, look at it as something that is warranting your sadness or warranting your anger or such stuff. But on the other hand, you also have to be sensitive to your partner. What are you bringing across, or what are you really doing that will trigger them?
Yeah, but
so it's very necessary to learn your partner and learn how they respond to various situations, be they under your control or outside of your control, that you could not do anything about it. But learn your partner and how they respond. In so doing, you'll also know how to forgive them. You'll also know how to deal with them in such instances. Yeah, sorry, you're saying something.
I was saying that, and this is where now we need right mentors.
Yeah.
To come in. Yes, we need mentors, the people that you can be able to talk to.
Yeah.
You understand? Now I remember, just coming back to this issue, you talking to me or trying to reach me did not solve the matter. After people had already approached me, and these were my mothers in the Lord, yeah, and they tried to cool me down and showed me this and this and that, please, this and this and that, So after they 3 weeks long, because remember it was going to stretch, you already down totally. There was no language that you could speak that I could hear. Now that is where we need mentors also, the people that are around you, the people that you can report matters to, concerning marriage. You need, as a young couple, you always need these people around you. Maybe just identify 2 or 3, and also have prayer warriors around you all the time that you can share. I remember one of my friends, what I share with her, she just told me, Matilda, let us pray. There's nothing that you can, so you realize that whatever she said is what my mentor said, So, and I calmed down, and I started praying about it also. And I asked God give me strength to heal. So before you even came to me, I was already healing on my own. That's why I was able to listen to you, because it is not your strength that I had to listen to you, because
it's not guaranteed that you listen and forgive.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and she said something important I also wanted to mention about who to talk to. Not every situation you have to talk to somebody, and you also really need to find the real true, like a mentor that will help you through this phase. Not somebody that will bring you down, or not somebody that will go behind your back and slander you or try to tell you how right or how wrong you are. No. A mentor should be somebody who is able to guide you to pass through the phase that you're passing through.
Yes.
Either it is better somebody older than you, somebody who has been in it longer than you, somebody more spiritual than you. If all these 3 things pass, then it should be also somebody that is trustworthy. They can be all those 3, but there are people who open their mouth. You say, tell them one thing and they can't keep a secret. No, there should be people who be able to keep the confidentiality, because otherwise it's not, you really have to look for your mentor, and you also to sieve them. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. You really have to sieve who you talk to as a couple or as a family. Somebody who is trustworthy, that will keep their word and will not take the word outside there. Yeah, so that's part of our situations, the situations we've gone through. As we said, will be willing to open our hearts to share our stories with you. Please let us know. Is there something that your spouse has done that you felt, this one I cannot forgive? Is there something that you felt, oh, this one, you forget about it? Yeah. And is there something that you felt you never forgive, but you forgave anyway, and the results were good? Please share with us. Let us know. We'll also like to hear your stories. Have you had cases where you deal with anger? Have you have a challenge with anger issues, unforgiveness issues? Just share with us. We like to hear your story, and we also learn. We also like to learn from you. Yeah.
There's something. Somebody wrote me a message. Yeah. There. Concerning this issue of maybe we'll handle it in the next topic, communication. Yeah. But it can also still be handled here. Now, in this issue of forgiveness, yeah, your partner hurts you, and the next minute, like nothing happens. Yeah, like your partner hurts you. You people are not in the talking moods and things like that. And then when you people go to bed, you make love, and it's like the love making has already cleared the problem. So
Yeah.
this part, what I would want to say on this, yeah, sex doesn't solve problem.
Yeah.
The problem stays. I'm sorry to say.
She'll wake up to it in the morning.
No. She will not wake up to it in the morning. It has been kept inside the box.
Yeah.
Now it is piling up. It is actually piling up. But the love making is a different department altogether.
Yeah.
And don't use denial of sex. Denying your partner as a punishment for this. No, I've not forgiven you. I don't give you this. No, that should not be. Now, but don't you also use it as a sign of you've forgiven me, that it like resolving that that is how you resolve a problem. It can never solve that problem. It will still be kept in the box waiting for the next time. Now it will happen again. The hurting will happen again. Then you people will do the same thing, and it will there. The day that box will be full, you will not like whatever will come out.
Yeah.
You understand? You will not
that does not happen only with unforgiveness. It happens with a lot of things in marriage, especially things that are undealt with. If you don't deal with them the sooner, then it will still come up later on. It will come to haunt you. I wanted to say something about it, but I think we'll cover it in the next video, about how to deal with forgiveness. Yeah. Or how some people deal with them. One of the ways some people deal with that is through makeup sex. Yeah. After that is when the people become more sensible or more relaxed. They'll be able to really talk, to open up. They'll say, my dear, whatever you did really hurt me, and I really felt this way and this way. And then the other person will also respond, I'm really sorry, this should not happen, or I'm really sorry this happened. And they move on from that, because at that time the endorphins have been released. You are not in your anger state. Yeah, you are not on the high. You have calmed down. Both of you have calmed down. You are both on a sober level. You are able to talk things out and reason as adults, and that is one way that some people, I'm not saying everybody, but some people deal with it in that way. That after a very major storm, they have what you call make-up sex, and then they settle their issues. They not see them fighting anymore. But that is not for everybody. Another thing I wanted to say, what you see work for one couple does not work for all. So what we are sharing here is our experiences and what we know and what we've seen. Does not mean that that is the gospel truth. Yeah, does not mean that if it worked for us, it will work for you. No, you have to find your rhythm. You have to know your partner. You have to put everything into God, and you have to find your own way your own uniqueness just the same way that your marriage is unique. Yeah, that's what I wanted to add into that. But the issue of communication, we are going to talk about it deeply. It's a really, really major issue that affects many couples, and it is sometimes it's just tiny questions like, "Where's my phone?" As a man, how will you respond? Why should I be having your phone? You know where you kept it. And if you respond like that,
Where's my socks?
she'll be like, "Why are you talking to me like that?" And I'll be like, "Why are you asking me my phone? You always have your phone." And yeah, so such tiny things, it lies on the tone, it lies on how you communicate, it lies on how you two people talk to each other. And third parties may not understand how you talk to each other, so when they see you, sometimes they think, "Oh, these people are quarreling, these people are doing this," but maybe that's how you people can communicate to each other. Yeah, so that was it for today. We hope to see you next time. We are the Odhiambos, and we are all about family. Thank you, and God bless you. Bye
God
bye.
bless you. Bye bye.